Good afternoon. You've tuned into Your Stocks, coming live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Vinny Motiwala. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, market specifically in the last 1 hour, if you look at it, has seen a sharper fall coming in. Right now, the market is trading almost near the day's lowest point. Nifty at 25,050, around that mark. Now Nifty is down 240 points in the trading session. So keep an eye out on that. Day's lowest point is what we're seeing for the Nifty. We have Shahina Finance that's reported its numbers as well. So we've seen the numbers coming in. The stock is as of now down 2.8%. Net profits for the company versus the poll seems like slight bit better there. At least 2,500 crores approximately net profit versus what we were expecting at 2,440 crores. NII of the company is coming at 6,574. Poll was at 6,498. Net profits, when you're comparing it versus the previous years, it's down 29%, I believe, is what we saw. But yes, that's Shriram Finance, which has reported its numbers right now. Street doesn't seem to be too happy with it. We'll wait out for more internals on the numbers, the NPAs, etc. as well. But as of now, the stock is trading at the day's lowest point. Okay, NII is up 17.6%. I beg your pardon. So that's YOY increase there. Gross non-performing asset ratio is at 4.54% versus 4.57% quarter-on-quarter basis. Net NP is also some bit of an improvement there, but stock down now 2%. Keep an eye out on that one. Markets as a whole, we're seeing a bit of a weak performance coming in. We had IT that was managing to hold on to green. That has also come down. Let's pull out the Nifty metals. That is the top sectoral gainer today. Whether that has also seen a decline coming in is something that we will watch out for. But Nifty IT, that was surely the one that came off from the green, and now it's trading in the red. Metals too is moved out and is also in the red as well. So now, as of now, all sectors are trading in the red. We're seeing a bit more of a pressure that's come in. Advance decline ratio clearly in the favor of declines versus advances through the day as well. There's a crisscross made at one point of time, and then declines clearly overtook advances in terms of the fall that we saw coming in. But yes, that's the market right now for you all. Let's bring on board our independent market expert, Shahina Mukadam, as well as Vaishali Parekh, Vice President Technical Research at Prabhudas Lilladher, who are here to answer all your stock-related queries. Shahina, as well as Vaishali, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, as always. Vaishali, a quick check in terms of the markets. The Nifty is now below 25,100. We've seen a sharper fall in the last 1 hour. What should we keep an eye out on?
Hi, very good afternoon, Vinny, Shahina, and all viewers. Market has become a bit choppy, and right now we are witnessing 24,900. That is the final support level. If we see those levels, which was a previous low, if those levels break, then we are calling in for further profit booking, and that could trigger the targets of 24,500 to 24,200. So right now, it is definitely a weak bias, wait and watch, and we are seeing especially the front line, especially also the mid cap, all of them are in a selling pressure. So view is corrective. And even if you see Bank Nifty, 59,500, which was the resistance, it failed to sustain. So I think if I'm talking about Nifty dragging so low, Bank Nifty too can go towards 57,000 and perhaps lower.
Okay, surely we'll keep an eye out on those levels over there for Nifty, Bank Nifty as well. We have Adani Green also that has just reported their numbers. And do not forget today, Adani stocks were a bit in focus. This was from Bloomberg, what we had picked up, that US SEC wants to ensure that Adanis are formally made aware of the legal action. And US SEC is asking for alternative measures to serve Gautam Adani legal summons as well. So that's the update we had a while ago, and that was from Bloomberg. But Adani stocks and now Adani Green reported its numbers. Revenues up around 30% on a year-on-year basis. We'll wait out for more internals. Shriram Finance, Adani Green, both of them just reporting their numbers. Let's get started with the stock-related queries. We have R. Ganesh, who's writing to us from Chennai. He's holding 190 shares of Vishal Mega Mart, and this is at a price of 78 rupees that he's bought it at. Now the stock is trading at 124, making a profit on this one. Wants to know if he should continue to hold, sell, or maybe switch to some other name. Shahina, good afternoon. What's your view on this?
Yes, so good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Vinny and all your viewers. See, I would believe that this investor has bought it at the IPO, right? So he's made money. And at current price, the valuations are quite expensive. If you look at it in terms of EV by EBITDA, it's about 28 times FY27. So in my view, the stock is likely to remain range bound for some time. The numbers are next week. So what I would say is that book half your profits, half the quantity as your profits, and review it a couple of months down the line. And you could look to re-add it, but I would say it will consolidate at current levels based on valuation.
Surely we'll keep an eye out on that over there. But rupee also has hit a record low. 91.93 against the dollar is what it hit. Now it's at 91.92 rupee. Record low levels there, and we'll be talking about that in the last few weeks as well. So yes, rupee is something important that we will be tracking right now. Also 91.9350 is what the rupee is at today. As of now, record low levels for the rupee. Vaishali, just coming to you, what are your thoughts on Vishal Mega Mart? Vaishali, I think you're on mute. Vaishali?
Am I audible?
Yes, now you're audible.
Okay, so I think when we talk about Vishal Mega Mart, it calls for a hold because we have seen a good corrective move, and right now it is showing signs of reversal. So the current market price being 1,424, I think this can give a bounce up to at least 150, 160. So continue holding. It's getting in a trend, and I think it's coming out of its oversold zone. So first target would be 135. Above that, we would look at a target of 140, 145.
Okay, surely we'll keep an eye out on those levels over there. Let's move on then to the next query where Mahesh, who's writing to us from Chennai, holding 112 shares of Whirlpool, price is 1,200 rupees per share, wants to know the long-term outlook for the stock. Shahina, your view?
Yeah, so he's made a lot of loss, but I would say at current levels, I would prefer that he continues to hold. And if there is any further deep correction, he should in fact add actually, in my view. See, Whirlpool, the parent, US, has actually been selling stake over the last 2 years. They have sold stake, brought it down right from 75% to almost 39% as of now. Now, we don't know exactly who has bought it or adding, but I think there is some news that Advent International, the P fund, is actually acquiring stake. Now, if this is what is to go, and they would acquire more stake and consolidate the business, they have got other also investments in similar areas. So that would be a good long-term bet when they can turn around the business. Numbers, in fact, valuations, if you look at it on overall valuations, doesn't look too expensive. If you compare the market cap to the turnover, it's just about 1.3 times. So if you're going to be a patient investor, not look at it quarter by quarter, then I think for the long-term investor, you could make money, 3-year holding period.
Okay. And Vaishali, your view for Whirlpool, what should the viewer do right now with Whirlpool?
I would say there is no sign of reversal also, and we are seeing new lows taking place. So I would say shift. No point holding this stock for now.
Okay, no point holding the stock for now. Shift from the stock is the word from Vaishali. Let's move on to Karnataka Bank. That's the next stock we have a query on. Raja is writing to us from Madurai. He's holding 200 shares of Karnataka Bank. 180 rupees is the buy price. Right now also around the buy price. Wants to know if he should hold these shares for the long term. Shahina?
See, in the first half, the stock has gone through some period of consolidation. You have seen or correction. You have seen a change in management. Various issues took place. But now that Ravindra Bhattji has actually taken over, I think in November, appointed by RBI, also approved that for the year. Let us see what he can bring about in terms of changes. Because first half we saw flat, terms in terms of loan. There was no loan growth, no deposit growth. While you had net NPAs improving, balance sheet quality improved a bit, but otherwise there was no major change. Now, and valuations are pretty attractive. It's just price to book is about 0.58 times as of now. So I would say hold it for now. Review what changes can take place over the next 6 months, and then you can take a call. It's a small cap private sector bank.
Okay. And Vaishali, your view on the technical front, should the viewer continue to hold it for the long term?
So right now, Vinny, it is holding on to all the support levels. Even if it's for a long term, I would say keep a stop loss of 170 because that would be the final support with a long term perspective too. If the stock falls below 170, it could trigger further selling pressure. For now, I would definitely say hold because right now it's at a make or break level close to the support levels. If we see this stock bouncing back, then I think it is the near term target is 210. About 210, it justifies a further conviction for further up move. So till now, I would say for now, keep the stock and keep a stop loss of 170.
Okay, surely we will be keeping an eye on that stop loss of 170 is what Vaishali is indicating as well. Next query for today, we have Rahim who's writing to us from Kerala holding 1.25 lakh shares of Easy Trip Planners. Price is 10.08 rupees, making a loss on this one. Stock is currently at 6.40. Wants to know should he continue to hold or just book the losses and get out of the stock. Shahina?
I would say book half the quantity as a loss. I would classify this as a high risk stock, mainly because of the actions of the promoters. Really, one doesn't know what they're doing actually. It used to be one of the only profit making travel platform company and quite exciting. But what they have done subsequent to the IPO is really, it's very difficult to understand. They have raised funds recently and that they are investing in some other industries like real estate, hotels, etc. Now, but valuations now, so it's very difficult to say what is going to come about it over the next 6 months to 1 year. So I would say he's making substantial loss. Book half the loss, get out of half the quantity. Review the numbers, when they come out. Valuations are also not cheap if you look at current numbers. It's about, if you look at it, compare the sales to the EV, it's 11 times. So that comfort is also not there. So I would say book half loss immediately and then review the rest.
Okay, book half loss and then review the rest. Let's move on. Vaishali, what's your view for Easy Trip Planners? What should the viewer do? Continue
Well,
to
I would
hold a
say
book loss?
this stock has never shown any upward move. It's on a one-way downward trajectory. So there is no steam. I mean, actually, only if the stock moves above 8 rupees, we would say that it calls for a sign of reversal. But for now, I don't see any strength currently. Only consolation is that, yes, it's in deep oversold. But I would say exit, shift to a good, fundamentally very strong stock.
Exit and shift to a strong, fundamentally strong stock is what you're highlighting as well. Next query, Shankar is writing to us from Bangalore. He's holding Tata Motors CV and Tata Motors Capital. Wants to know, he's asking if he can buy, I beg your pardon, it's an investment query. So, Shaina, your view on both these Tata Motors CV as well as Tata Capital?
Yeah, so in my view, these are two fundamentally strong stocks. So you can keep adding to your portfolio. Tata Capital, if you compare it with the other NBFCs, it is I would say attractively priced, not expensive. So one can add a good promoter group. Also, same holds for Tata Motors CV. There, I believe after 3 years of CV cycle being down, the cycle has upturned. We've seen very good numbers coming up from CV numbers of Tata Motors last December. We saw 25% increase. So I think these are good factors. The management is committed to reduce the debt also on the books. So I could say you can keep buying these stocks, keep buying it on any dips that you get, and we are getting plenty of dips now. The market, behaving the way it is.
Okay. On that note, we'll actually wind down this edition of Your Stocks. Given that the rupee is at a low, we will, and the market is seeing such a fall. So, Shaina as well as Vaishali, thank you so much for joining in. Rupee at near those record low levels, and that FII selling pressure is continuing, and a lot more reasons there. But we'll keep an eye out on that. Up next, you have Closing Bell to take you through all of that.